Well, hello there, everyone. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Great to be with you. It's Saturday, and it's actually Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you if you're watching us live. And if this is your first time joining us, I do want to extend a very warm welcome and a thank you to you. If you're coming back, of course, I want to say welcome back. It's always great to have people that enjoy the quality and content of my shows and what I produce and how it can inspire you to become a better version of yourself. Saturday means something very interesting for us at Inspirations Your Life. It means that we're kicking off a brand new master topic. That's right. We'll get to that in just a moment. If you're thirsty, feel free to go grab yourself something like I have my RO water here, which is absolutely delicious. Or maybe you want a candy or some fruit or something. Feel free to do that and come on back to the show. All right, guys. All right. Don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com. Right after the show is over, you can get my short form, my long form, and reels and content. Oh, and some other good news. So I'm actually just about into my third chapter of my roughly 10 chapter book. So very excited about that. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be on the market even sooner than the end of the year. I think we might even be there by summer or maybe just after summer. So I'm really excited about that. All right, guys, let's kick this show off because I know you've been waiting for a while, and so have I. Today we're talking, this week we're talking all about your life. It's built by choice, its integrity, its clarity, and its inner power. And that's important to understand. So welcome, everyone, to Inspirations for Your Life. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, graduate student, and a passionate lifelong learner. And it is my privilege and pleasure and honor to be with you here this evening. This episode is titled, Your Life is Built by Choice, Integrity, Clarity, and Inner Power. That's what we're going on for the whole week. And this is very important to understand in our awareness and discipline and intentional living because the truth, ladies and gentlemen, is simple. Life, it's shaped by the choices you make. Not just the big choices, but by the small, repeated ones that train your nervous system, shaping your habits and quietly defining your future and who you are. See, people think that when you make a choice one time, that that's it. Well, you keep doing it, and when you get into pattern and when it becomes like autonomous and automatic, then it starts to stick with you, right? And then it just happens without even thinking. All right. So our first point here comes from choosing with awareness. Every choice trains your nervous system. Repeated decisions become automatic. And I think that's an important thing for us to understand. They don't become automatic, as I said, overnight. They become automatic over time. Maybe you have done this before. Maybe you've gone to grandma's house or you've gone somewhere like home and maybe you meant to go somewhere else. But the car always seems to make the right. I know I've done that many times. And it's like I'm going to grandma's house. So no, I'm not going to grandma's house. I'm going somewhere else. But the car's like already going that way, right? Or maybe you always go one way to go to the office and suddenly you need to make a left. You're like, oh, why am I making that right? Oh, I'm not going to the office today. Okay, so you get my point. Number two, guys, is awareness turns reaction into power by creating space between the stimulus and the response. And notice I said creating space, okay? Creating space is not something you do one time. Creating space is something you do over and over and over and over again. Yeah, that's a very important thing to understand. And I hope that you will embrace that because that's where truth lies, guys. That's where success starts to form. All right. Not the one time stuff. All right. That's important to know. Number three, guys, pausing is a form of control because it interrupts impulsive patterns. Maybe you're just doing something because somebody else told you to do it, or you're doing it because you always did it, but are you really paying attention to it? I think that's the question. And if you're not paying attention to it, then that can be your downfall. That can take you away from the success that you've always wanted to have in your life. Number four, guys, choice begins before action. Often in thought and in the attention, you've made the choice to do something or to not do something. And I think that's a very important thing for us to realize and to understand is that choice, and we have so many kinds of choice, guys, but for whatever reason, we don't choose. Is it that we're lazy? Is it that we feel everything's just going the way it is and I don't want to? Um, what's the real reason? Um, I think sometimes people they get stuck into a certain way. And that way people feel is right, but it isn't always. You see, when something is too easy at the get-go, okay, then you're probably missing something. You're moving forward, but you're missing something. Not to say things are hard, but when something just comes easy and you don't have a chance to even breathe or make a choice, you might be missing a potential opportunity. That's all I'm saying. So as I said, choice begins before the action, often in the thought and in the attention that you put toward it. Number 5, guys, impulse trades, long-term clarity for short-term relief. I know we all want to get the quick, right? The quick fix, but that's not the way it goes. We want to understand the moment. We want to understand the minute. We understand why something is working a certain way. And the reason I say this to you is because if you understand like one thing, then maybe you can understand a lot of things in your life. Things that maybe you didn't quite understand for whatever reason. And these things are not bad, but they're just a certain way. And they just kind of make you, let's say, go a certain way. And again, that's not a bad thing, guys. That's just where you are in this current moment. And this moment can change. Yes, it can. Number 6, conscious decisions reduce regret by aligning action with the true intention. Notice I said aligning, okay? When we are in alignment, life works better, okay? And alignment helps us to understand who we are, why we're becoming something, and what we can do, okay? And that's a very, very important thing. Um, it's about something that a lot of people just don't seem to catch. And that catching is about, what are you currently paying attention to? There's a lot of stimuli in the environment, but are you paying attention to things that are going to help elevate you or to things that are going to, let's say, drop you? I mean, I'm just being quite honest about that. All right. So that's important to understand. And as I said, number 7, awareness creates the emotional safety by reducing uncertainty. When we talk about awareness, we are suddenly, let's say, transported into a different place. Maybe not sure of where we're going to be, but maybe the fact that this is going to be something pretty amazing for us. Maybe it's going to give us a new start. I mean, maybe not. But one thing about these things is that when we become intentional about our surroundings, about what we're doing, we have a heck of a better chance of succeeding. All right. That's an important thing. Number 8, guys, attention is direction. What you focus on grows. Nightingale Conant said this a long time. What we focus on, we become, right? And a lot of other great scholars and motivational people have said this. What we focus on, we become. We bring about some very important things. And these are things that a lot of people don't realize because they're stuck in before and they don't get present in the moment. And I found that when you're not present in the moment, it's like you're on a completely different wavelength. You're not even in the same stadium. Like if you're watching the baseball game or the football game, you can't even watch it because you're not even in the same stadium that it's playing. That's just the best way to say that. Number 9, power lives in the present moment, not the past or the future. So you can see why I keep telling you that we have to focus on our present moment. Our present moment. Our present moment is something that a lot of people just don't they don't get. And when I say they don't get it, they don't want to get it. They could get it, but they don't get it because they're not putting true intention into something. And intention is about you doing something because you wholeheartedly believe in it, not because it's some cockamamie idea that just you pulled out of somewhere, right? It's not something that you didn't believe in. When something you didn't believe in, well, it doesn't really matter if it works. But when you believe in something, you follow it through to the nth degree. You're passionate about it, right? Number 10, guys, choice breaks autopilot by restoring agency, which is basically restoring your authority to who you are as a person and what you stand for and what you mean. I think those are important things, guys. Building clarity and staying calm. I know that sounds easier to do, but you all can do it. It's just that we've taken our whole lives into, letting people push our buttons and letting them put us in a place that puts us of dis-ease, right? And when we talk about either a disease or we talk about an issue where we don't feel comfortable, that dis-ease is our body not being comfortable. But do we pay attention to it? Oftentimes, no. We say, oh, it'll pass. But then when it keeps rearing its head, we don't do anything about it. Number 11, guys. Awareness slows chaos by bringing order to the mind. So when I talk about awareness, it doesn't mean that you have to master it in like 30 seconds or even in 5 minutes or even in a day. Awareness just gets you to put your perspective on something. I'm going to give you an example. If I asked you guys all now to be aware of your heartbeat without touching it, you all could probably tune into your heartbeat. If I asked you right now to tune into your eyes, your eyelids, and notice how they feel. That pretty cool? When we put our focus on something, we get control of it. We can sense it. All right? Number 12. Noticing patterns changes outcomes by making behavior visible. I didn't say invisible. I said visible. Number 13. Conscious living reduces friction by eliminating unnecessary resistance. So there's a certain bit of resistance in life we need. For example, if we didn't have some resistance, we wouldn't be able to walk. We would not be able to walk at all because we need certain resistance to be able to move forward. That's a very, very important thing. Number 14, awareness creates options where reaction sees none. So we can either be proactive or we can be reactive. And I've said this before. When we are reactive, it's more costly, not just financially, but also a toll on who we are. Okay? A toll of who we are and what we stand for. Okay? And that's an important thing to understand, right? Who we stand for. And that means something. I think the meaning is what we put on it. What we put on it. And I'm telling you that our perception, guys, creates our reality. Whether you're in the Olympics, or, whether you're just in business, or whether you're just striding in your day. The value we put on something, even though it's perceived, becomes our true reality. Now, not overnight, right? I'm going to give you another example. A lot of people think of money, all right? And they put a value on money. They call money by its wrong name. John, what are you talking about? Money doesn't have a name. Yeah, it does. So money, people call money scarce. People call money hard to get, slippery. Change your name for money. Money supplies me. I am rich. I am free. Change your vocabulary toward money, and you're going to find that it shows up more. You'll find that money chases you. Now, this is not a show about money tonight, but I wanted to give you that little dialogue. The reason a lot of people have it slipping through their hands is because they're always saying they don't have enough. They're saying that, money's so hard to come by. Of course, if you call somebody with those names, they're going to be hard to get. You've got to change your inner dialogue about money if you want more of it in your life. Number 15, you cannot change what you refuse to notice. This links back to something very important I've talked about many times, and that is when we measure something, we can change it. When we can't get a reading or measure it, we can never change it. Something that cannot be measured can never be changed. Number 16, guys. Choice strengthens identity by reinforcing who you are becoming. Who you are right now is because of the thoughts you had in the past. That's where it comes from. It doesn't come from anywhere else. The thoughts you had in the past created who you are now. If you don't like who you are now, good news. You can change it. This is only a temporary you if you don't like it. You can change your thoughts. You can change your actions just by changing your thoughts about money and by giving it a better name like money supplies me. Money makes me rich. Money frees me. By giving it these names, you invite it into your life as opposed to, oh my gosh, money stress. Like that's what a lot of people do. And then they wonder why they don't have any of it. All right. Number 17, awareness builds confidence quietly without external validation. That means you don't need somebody patting on your back. Just by you being aware of something is enough to get you to be where you want to be. All right. That's what's important. It gets you to be where you want to be, not because of anything else, but your perceptions. Your perceptions create your reality. And you might say, John, how is that possible? Well, your perceptions start to become part of your subconscious. Your subconscious starts to affect your behavior and also affects your filters, your lenses of what you see and don't see. Without getting too deep in this, based on how our eyes are in alignment, can tell us what colors we can see better. Pretty cool, right? Number 18, decisions shape energy. Clarity conserves it. Confusion, I'm sure you knew this, drains it. It drains it. That's pretty cool, guys. It drains it. It drains it. It drains it. It drains it pretty well. That's important, right? And I want to tell you that this is something that you probably never knew was possible. But it is. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. Because they allow their subconscious to poison them, to block them from the potential that they actually could get. Number 19, self-observation sharpens the judgment by improving the observation. Now, I didn't say to chastise yourself. I said to observe. Because by observing in a kindful way, it sharpens your judgment going forward. Number 20, guys. Awareness interrupts old habits before they repeat. Awareness interrupts old habits before they repeat. Awareness interrupts old habits before they repeat. That's power, guys. Number 21. We're talking about developing our inner power now. Choice creates self-trust through consistent follow-through. Not something we just did one time. Nope. Something we do over and over and over again. That's what nails it. Number 22. Conscious action feels calmer because it reduces inner conflict. Conflict. Something maybe you didn't think was even around you. You might say, John, I don't have conflict. Okay, then I'm going to ask you a question. If you don't have conflict, why are you procrastinating? Why are you not getting to the next level? Don't blame the people around you. Don't blame the weather. Don't blame the money you have in your pocket. Don't blame your parents. Don't blame your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Don't blame your surroundings. We need to take responsibility, accountability, and say, all right, yes, that is my fault. I am the one responsible for that. Number 23, awareness reduces emotional waste by preventing overreaction. Awareness is a pretty powerful guy, isn't it? Very powerful. Number 24, presence increases accuracy in decision-making. Presence. So awareness is a kind of presence, isn't it? It's a presence where we are now aware of things in our surrounding, things our body's involved or part of, the atmosphere. That's important, guys. Number 25. Choice creates alignment between values and behavior. Choice creates the bridge between your core values, your behavior or your action, the way you go about your day, the responses you have toward other people. I'm not talking about the one-offs because we've all had the one-offs where maybe something didn't go the way you want. That's not consistently you. That might just be something that happened for whatever reason, but that's not consistent. We're concerned about the patterns in your life, not the one-offs, not the, oh, I said this by. No, that happens. Don't kill yourself with that. All right. Choice creates alignment between values and behavior. And we've learned from many things in our body. For example, when our eyes are in perfect alignment, we see better. We see with less strain. They use less energy. We focus better. That's cool. Number 26, guys. Awareness reveals priorities by exposing what truly matters in your life. Awareness. Awareness. That's key, guys. Awareness is noticing what's going on in your life, measuring it, and then being able to make a change over that. Okay? Being able to make a change over that. Changes can be made very easily if we are aware of them. If we're not, then we can't make the changes. We can never change what we don't have data on. And if we don't ever become aware of something, we never can tell if we're in alignment or not. Number 27, guys. Power begins with noticing what influences you. Another way of saying awareness, isn't it? Noticing what influences you. What causes you to react or respond, or even to be calm. Even to be calm. That's powerful, guys. Very, very powerful. Power begins with noticing what influences you. So this power is not a dictator type power. It's a power that is a soft power, a control power that allows us to manage our body's resources, allows us to stay calm, allows us to express gratitude, love, and appreciation. Number 28, guys. Conscious living simplifies life by removing the excess, right? Removing the excess around the edges. But that only happens when we are conscious. If we're just going through the motions, my friends, you're never going to see this layer. It will be hidden from you your entire life. How do you access the hidden layer? Pretty straightforward. Become aware. When you're aware, you access the data. The data then comes to you and says, okay, this is what's what. Okay. Number 29, guys. Awareness replaces regret with responsibility. Choice is the root of direction. 30. Choice is the root of direction. In our last part, I want to talk about living intentionally. So living intentionally doesn't mean living perfectly, guys. It means living awake. It means noticing patterns that show up in your life. Subtly questioning your habits. Choosing responses instead of reaction. Notice I said that word, choose. Choose. When you live with awareness, you reduce stress. You improve clarity. You build emotional strength. You gain confidence without needing approval. Intentional living, guys, is not loud. It's steady. It's grounded. It's powerful. Integrity means your actions match your values. And clarity means your mind is not scattered. Inner power means you trust yourself. These qualities are built daily through awareness, through choice, through discipline. No one sees most of these moments, but they shape everything. If you remember one thing from this episode, remember this, guys. You're always choosing, even when you aren't. You still are. Choosing awareness over autopilot is the key. Choosing clarity over impulse, choosing intention over reaction. That's how inner power is built. Be sure to check out BelieveMeAchieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. I'll catch you real soon, everyone. Be well.